Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We love catching up with our friends from Plumbers and Pipefitters. We have new friends, though.
Yeah.
Greg has been with us many times. You, of course, are the training coordinator, but you brought in some newbies.
Yep, we brought in Kennedy, who's going to be starting her apprenticeship next June. She graduated this past year from Hononegah. And Paul is going to be our new full-time instructor at the training center, and he's actually a Boylan graduate.
Cool.
From more than a year ago.
So we're going to learn about, all the different pieces. We talk about them all the time,
yeah.
The teachers and the new apprentices, but we're actually going to kind of get to learn a little bit about what you guys do. So tell us, Greg, why don't you start the difference between an apprenticeship versus a college education?
So right now there's 43 million Americans carrying an average of $37,000 in student debt.
Yeah.
With apprenticeship, there's no student debt. When you get a baccalaureate degree, you're taking classes at times that you're never going to use. And when you attend 5 years of apprenticeship, all of that is to build towards your career and be an expert in the industry you take an apprenticeship in.
Which is pretty great. It's, all the money and time you are spending is worth something.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. What brought you to, be a part of this community, Paul?
Well, I have been a plumber with the UA Local 23 since 2004.
Okay.
I've been in the trade altogether since '94. And it was a great opportunity. I joined, and 18 years later, here I am taking an instructor position.
Which is pretty cool.
So
to be
yeah,
able
it's
to
very
pass
cool.
those skills on to someone
Exactly.
new, perhaps.
Yes.
I'm 18.
But what made you want to be a part of this program?
I just wanted to be a welder, and this is where I got placed.
That's cool. It's a very, I feel like it's cool to know how to do a skill and then watch the skill, the knowledge you're learning from your teacher turn into actually something physical.
That's the best for us.
Yeah.
Watching our apprentices develop.
That's so cool.
They come here with some of them, the different skill levels when they start are over the place, but getting them to see complete at the end of 5 years and have their whole career ahead of them and knowing that they have the skills to earn a living for their families is
That's
terrific.
awesome. So these 3 items you brought for a reason, right, Greg?
Yeah, I brought these 3. These are the only 3 items a plumber and pipe fitter supply. So some of the other trades you go into, you have to supply this whole list of tools. There's about $70 worth of tools, if that even there, and that's all you have to provide. So not only does your education cost you nothing, you have to buy clothing and these 3 tools, and that's it.
And I even know, I've seen all those.
Yeah.
Like, they're not foreign objects, you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know where I could find them.
Yeah.
This one is something else, though.
Yeah, we want to give you an idea of what it's like, if you're holding this all day, and, and normally you're holding 2, and you're
Like
working
this?
those, and normally it's overhead,
That's
so
too much.
at the end of the day,
You also get a workout.
yeah.
Really strong arms.
It's tough on the shoulders.
This is, how much does this weigh, 15 pounds?
Yeah, a little more than that probably even,
Okay.
so.
Yeah. I prefer to do a curl with it than have it over my head.
And that's a
any day.
medium size. That's
Yeah?
not even the biggest they get.
That's crazy. So you build your muscles and your brains at the same time. What is a day in the life of an apprentice like?
So-
Kennedy probably wants to know.
Yeah, okay, well, it's going to be different. For plumbers and pipe fitters, it's construction. So a lot of times you're going to start between 6 and 7 a.m. Knowing where you're going to work is going to have a big impact because the weather. Last week it was 70 something. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow. You have to be prepared for all environments. So that's a big thing, is not knowing what you're going to be facing each day. But on the HVAC refrigeration service side, it could be all those you could be working in a freezer, to be working in a boiler room, to be working on a roof in the rain, all within the same day. So you have to prepare yourself. But you're not driving to the same workplace every day. You're not getting this, looking at the same street signs. You're going to different places every day, which is one of the favorite parts about it.
Absolutely.
So.
I kind of do the same thing every day, but I also appreciate, I don't talk to the same people,
Right.
that is exciting.
Yeah.
So doing something different every day or a little off is more exciting. And you also want to talk about, Veterans Day, of course, was last week. You have some opportunities for veterans.
Yeah, not only, so our apprenticeship also, we advertise towards veterans, but we have a program for training, the UA VIP program, and apprentices can get their training while they're still in active service.
Oh, wow.
But also, all veterans can use their post 9/11 GI Bill towards housing if you're participating in apprenticeship. So not only does your education not cost you anything, you also have opportunity to collect your GI Bill and the benefits you earned.
Wow. So you're looking for more apprentices right now?
We're looking for more applicants,
Okay,
trying to
more
broaden that applicant pool,
Okay.
give more people opportunity, especially the opportunity from the people in this community. We get
Sure.
a lot of applicants from an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
We have 250,000 people in Winnebago County, and average dual family income is 62,000.
Yeah.
That's a third year apprentice wages. So We want to see more people from the community we live in.
All right, if we're interested, how do we get started?
So ualocal23.org.
Okay.
All you need to apply is a cashier's check or money order. So for $20 and
a
an
tape
ID.
measure. No, I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
yeah. So I mean, it's basically. I didn't get accepted my first try. It took
Okay.
me 2 times to get accepted. So one of the reasons is it's the interview. A lot of people don't know how to sell themselves during the interview, and being prepared for that is a huge part of it. So.
Well, I think it's nice of you to tell people too that you did have to do that twice,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
may have to also, but that doesn't mean anything other than you might be a couple months later.
Yeah,
that's all it means.
That's it. You know, it's where the big picture.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so.
awesome. Well, thanks for coming
Yeah,
back. It was
thank
nice
you.
to meet both of you.
You too.
And
Nice to
he, of
meet
course,
you.
said you could go to their website and apply. Coming up next, we're off to find the State Line's Best Pie at Main Street Meat Company, and then a new Let's Try It. We're making butter boards for Thanksgiving. We'll be right back.